but they played very well tonight. Certainly had us on our heels early on in the game. And then any response that we made, they were able to counter and match. Um, but the story for us is as disappointed as we are in the result, arguably more disappointed in our performance. Just played very poorly in all three phases, which, again, if you that ultimately comes back to me, to get fixed, to our staff, um, and then from there to our team. Um, just made mistakes that you just can't do on the road against a really good football team. Um, the the special teams, having a chance to get 9 points, coming away with zero in a 7 point game. Obviously, that's an easy place to look, but defensively, way too many yards, way too many points, way too many missed tackles, way too many third down conversions. Let the quarterback dictate the game with his legs, and it was gonna be hard to stop. He's an outstanding player. Um, and then offensively, just again not finishing drives, having to settle for field goals too often when we cross midfield, um, and and again just not being able to take control of the game early on the way that Tulane did. And so, um, I am proud of the effort. I'm proud of the way that we were able to finish the game and at least have an onside kick to, with it being a one possession game to get back into it. Um, we have great leadership. Those guys just spoke up in the locker room and are serious about getting it right. And we do go to league play, and we're 0-0 in league play. So there is a little bit of a fresh start, which I think we need. But it's going to take some improving from how we play today. Um, and that's right now is just we're gonna worry about tomorrow and just having a better Sunday. Um, and that's just what's going to come this week's gonna come down to just stacking good days. So with that, let's have questions.
Connor, go ahead.
Manny, one of the things you say often is trying to hit grand slams with nobody on base. Did you get a sense of that was stemming a lot of the mistakes tonight?
On offense or just in general, you're saying?
Just in offense, defense, special teams, any of it?
I mean, I'd have to, for that analogy to your point, I'd have to probably watch a film. I do. I mean, one example, I do think, um, they had not played very much man in the first couple of games, and they actually played us in more man than they had shown. Um, and the way that we had executed versus man coverage in the first two games, um, I thought we took a big step back. It was we thought we had really good matchups if they chose to play us in man. Um, and we did not win those matchups. So, to the way that we normally do, like we had been much better at that. So I do think that was disappointing, and some of our inefficiencies in the passing game.
Speaking specifically to defense, and maybe this is another thing you need to watch the film to have a firm grasp of, but do you feel like it was more of a schematic problem or a tackling and just execution problem?
Um, I don't not schematic as in we're calling this instead of that. I think we got I think we got unnerved a little bit early on, and I think that allowed our discipline to wane. Um, and we just made mistakes that again we are have been out of character for us on defense. Um, we were able to adjust to what they were doing, and then, like I said, I think in the third quarter, the long drive after we'd cut it to a one-score game was it was a two quarterback scrambles right there. It was a one quarterback scramble, and I think the one chuck down that we had a chance to tackle short of the sticks and didn't, if I'm not mistaken. So, um, those are the plays you just have to have, you know what I mean, and allowing them to stand in the field, ultimately turning the points and put it back, and again got them back to in a place position where they were comfortable.
Chip, go ahead.
Yeah, Manny, looking at the two quarterbacks, how'd you feel like Darian handled the whole situation tonight? And with Retzlaff, you knew he was a dangerous runner, but was he better than anticipated?
He did play very well. I mean, again, we 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 knew he had great speed and great running ability. Um, there was going to be some new schematic things in terms of how they ran them tonight that it took us a while to get adjusted to. So you have to give them credit for that. And as far as for Darian, I mean, I'm not going to speak for him, but that was difficult, and we can say what we want to, and Darian tried to do his best all week to not make it about him, but that's a really, really difficult thing to do. And I thought Darian battled. I thought he played, hard. Thought he tried to give guys a chance, but this was a difficult day, and so I think he'll learn a lot from the experience today. And like I said, we need him just like everybody else, just to find a way to improve it, step by step over the course of this week for when we have state coming in on Saturday.
Runjan, go ahead.
Coach, from what you can remember now, what do you think are some of the things that stymied the offense when they were able to get in, Tulane territory for the majority of kind of the possessions of the game today?
Specifically at this point right now, I don't have the recall to sit there and say, in this situation it was this, in that situation it was that. But it again, we told the team all week, I think we're going to be a hard team to stop in between the 20s all season. And if we continue to improve our red zone efficiency, in terms of points we score when we get inside the team's 40-yard line, I think that's when we'll truly hit our best selves, and we're not there yet.
And Royal, last question to you.
Coach, I know you touched on it a few moments ago about the special teams and the non-missed points. They showed a scene where you were talking to the special teams after, I believe, a blocked field goal, and you're talking to the team. What do you do to kind of keep the team more poised in those type of moments when you're trying to, get points in crucial situations to kind of ensure that points are not left on the board at the end of the game?
I don't know if it's about poise. It's just about fundamentals, right? If we miss a punch on a kick and that allows a guy to block a kick, I mean, we have to do a better job of teaching that technique and teaching that fundamental. We drop a snap, that again is out of character for us. It's not something that we normally do. That's points, and then to have the back-to-back flinches, and there was some debate whether the second one was or wasn't. On our film it wasn't. But to move us back 10 yards and miss a field goal in the first half. I mean, so again, in my mind, those are things that we can control. And like I said, it's got to come from me. We went live this week on field goal. We practiced it hard, but we've got to go harder. I mean, we just have to do it. We have to do it.
All right, everyone. Thank you. And we will have VJ Anthony up in just a second.